I didn't decide what I wanted to do today and ended up spending a lot more than I anticipated on groceries, but some of it is new stuff and then some of it is just like regular things like snacks and meals and things like that. But I had to get more cat food because I have 3 male cats. Like, they eat a lot. I got more cat food. I got food for myself. I got some stuff for my sister and my cousin who stay with me. But I was trying to think, like, what do I want to do? Like, I kind of have a little bit of disposable income, so it's like I already put a lot in my savings and I'm like, you know, paying back my bills and things like that. I don't want to overdo it. So I was trying to think what would be like something that I could spend it on for myself. Because like I bought the hair dye like a couple weeks ago and just came in, and then I did recently support a friend's small business and it came out to like $13 for my total. So I'm just trying to think, like, I never really get my nails done, so I could do that, but I don't want to do that. Like I don't want to. I don't want to deal with the upkeep. And then I've thought about it, like, I've been wanting to get my lashes done for so long just because I like the way it looks, but I don't like the upkeep of like having to do it myself and put my own lashes on, especially with my glasses. And it already, like, it just makes it harder because it already, like, staying on in general, and then my glasses constantly knocking them. So, but the place I was thinking of going to isn't open today, so I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do in terms of booking an appointment, because my schedule is going to be pretty hectic. I ended up working 12 hours yesterday. Today's my one day off. I picked up another at least 5-hour shift tomorrow, but it's probably going to end up being longer. And then I'm working all the rest of the week, my usual days. So this is my one day off. So I'm trying to think, like, I want to relax and just kind of chill, but I also want to do something, you know, like do something for myself. And I can't think of what I want to do. But what I do know is in my last vlog, I talked about how I wanted to do some baking, and I did get a lot of the supplies, but what I didn't get was jam. So I did get some preserves, or like spreadable fruit, whatever the fuck they called it. Anyway, it looked really good. I ended up going with strawberry because it just looked the best. And I got other strawberry stuff. It's spring, so we're going with strawberry. So my cousin and I will be baking today, so I will be recording some of that and showing you the results of how they come out, because they're going to be so cute. I think it's going to come out really well, or it's going to come out really bad and we're just going to have a lot of fun doing it anyway. But yeah, and this is how my hair turned out. I don't think my hair was done in the last vlog, but I did post a couple videos not doing the process of it because I changed my mind. I didn't want to do all that work of editing and filming, even though I could have done it quickly, but like staying in frame, But I touched up the black and then did the green. I tried lightening it. It didn't really lighten that much, but this color is really great. I love lunar tides. My hair takes to dye really well in general, but especially lunar tides, my hair takes to that dye very well. And it completely covered the purple and whatever blue, green, silverish mess was up top. It didn't cover my roots, but that's okay. I can lighten them another time. I'm just rambling now. And I think it's funny that even though I'm at the back of the parking lot, a few people have walked past me already, and some of them kind of gave me looks and some of them ignored me. And I just think it's funny because I let go of embarrassment a long time ago. The things I found was, I was just walking past and it said, I noticed the dairy free, and I went, ooh, and it's dairy free skinny pop. I also didn't realize it was party size till after I got it, so hopefully I like it. But party size dairy free white cheddar popcorn, and the dairy free is the most important part. It's whole grain, so it's peanut free, dairy free, nut free, all the things. But it's just popcorn, you know, with a couple seasonings. But I was really excited to try this because this looks like it'll be pretty good. And popcorn is usually a pretty safe bet for me. Corn doesn't really bother me that much. So yeah, I was really excited to see that because I think that's going to be really good. Ooh, this person driving past me, their license plate is barely hanging on by a thread. Me though, my car is fucked right now. Oh, and another side note, while I was leaving, I had it in my head, I was like, I feel like for the last few days, I was like, I feel like I'm going to see this person somewhere. And out of uniform, And I did. And this person 100% fucking recognized me. And it's not for a good reason. It's not for a good reason. It's because this is one of... It's so fucking, like, it's funny. It's not funny because, like, that actually was kind of traumatizing. But, like, it's funny. So, like, remember when I got robbed? And I was, like, in shock for days because I was like, huh? And my main focus was because my sister's in the car. She was fucking freezing. It was the middle of the winter. So I was like, I just need to get this guy to go. If it was just me, I would have been like, no, fuck you, get out of here. But because my sister was there, she's cold. The guy's trying to kick me out of my apartment, by the way. I was like, whatever, just take this, just fucking go. And so it was like this whole thing. I was like, I can just redo my bank account later. There's only a couple dollars in my bank account, whatever. But he did get my cash. And I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, my door got open. So even though it wasn't a real locksmith and it was one of those like fake scam things, like with like tow trucks and shit, that's been happening a lot in my area, by the way. Anyway, that's one of the officers that I talked to. And he definitely recognized me from that. And I had to go in for something else. And he was like, I remember you because of this. And yeah, I know, because I know for a fact I'm being used as the fucking example to not call locksmiths or to not call them late at night or only like... I'm being used as the example, by the way, by the police in my area. They're like, oh yeah, so this one dumb bitch... They're not saying it like that, but I've literally been told. I was like, oh, hey, yeah, so, like, someone tried scamming an older person recently, and they called us, and they were like, hey, can you just unlock my door? Because, like, this is kind of weird. And they were like, we don't unlock doors, but actually, we're gonna start doing that now, because this one girl, guess what happened to her? She got fucking robbed. And he was like, and I know you, and you're a nice man, so we don't want you to get robbed. And you know what? As they should, honestly. Tell people what's going on. Matter of fact, like, it is what it is. But yeah. And that's the person I saw. That's the cop I saw. I'm pretty sure it was him. There was a couple of them that I talked to during that time, and like involving other stuff that's going on when I like asked them questions about like different cases and other shit going on. Yeah. Anyway, so that was also kind of crazy. That was kind of tea, but I need to leave my head off, so my hair looks hella funky right now. But Mr. Means was screaming for attention. So as you guys know, I had like, you know what, that's fine. I had a herd of guinea pigs, and in my vlogs I used to often show like cleaning their, that's Theodore. I used to often show cleaning their enclosures, but I had an issue where one of my rescues, he was very sick, and I think you can see me, but I can't tell. He was very sick, and I haven't really talked about this a lot because it's something that with everything that was happening all at once was hard for me to really talk about on YouTube, but I did mention it a little bit on my Instagram. But long story short, he was sicker than I thought, and even though I quarantined him and kept him separate, one of my guinea pigs, one of my older ones, which is actually Rocky's sister, Soda, Rocky Road and Cream Soda, she passed away from old age. And then not too long after that, he succumbed to a sickness, and I let the previous owners know because his daughter, or her daughter, was the one taking care of him, and he passed 45 minutes before she got out of school. So, or 45, it was like 45 minutes or 15 minutes, but it was really close. And that was really heartbreaking just because I tried my best to make him as healthy as possible, bringing him to the vet and whatnot. And unfortunately, he just did not make it. Whatever virus he had, they couldn't figure out exactly what it was, but whatever he had, it was just too much for, goodness. It was just too much for him and his immune system. He was already too sick at the time because she had rescued him and they didn't know what was wrong. Sir. So anyway, she had rescued him, had no idea what was going on, and asked me to take him because I had 3. And she didn't know anyone else who had them and was afraid to give him to someone who would mistreat him or not know how to take care of him. And unfortunately, he only lived a couple months. He did live a couple months, but he ended up passing away. And that was really hard, and I felt really bad because she was coming to say goodbye, and she was literally like about to be on her way, and I had to let them know that he passed. But I did make a little clay paw print for her that she could have of him, which her mom came and picked up, and she really loved it. And they would ask for updates of him, like they still would check in on him. I would send them videos. I literally sent them a video of him playing, being happy, having a good time, and then he just suddenly, he was just gone. And that's what happened with my older girl, and then one of my babies. The same thing happened not too long after that. So I'm thinking that there was whatever he had, even though they had never been in the same cage together, because he was a unneutered male and she was a non-fixed female. They had never been in the cage together, but she was a skinny pig, and even though they'd never had any chance of, you know, anything, there must have been some sort of cross-contamination at some point, or she might have already been sick because she was also a rescue, but I had her for about a year. My ex had gotten her for me, and she did pass, unfortunately, and because he is so old, he is 8 years old. So for a guinea pig, that's kind of old. He is at least like 8, if not a little older, and I thought he was going to pass with his sister because they shared a bond. And so I did not continue that cycle. I had to keep him separate anyway. I could keep him with his sister, but I couldn't keep him with the other guinea pigs because he did not get along with them. He only got along with her. So I thought he was going to pass away very soon after, but he's still here. He's still kicking. So he spends his days mostly, yeah, he spends his days, literally, that's him telling me shut the fuck up. Mostly just hanging out alone, eating vegetables, you know, all the normal things that I was doing. He's getting ready to jump, so hold on. Wait, I had to go put him down because he was about to jump out of my arms, and that was not safe. So he spends most of his time just in his little, he still has his own like cage, but he's completely free roam. Like, he is able to move around my apartment the same way that the cats are. You can kind of see one of them over there. So he is completely free roam. They weren't beforehand, just because his sister did like to chew on wires, but he doesn't do that. He really just, he only chews on food every once in a while, like the chew toys I get, but he never really fucked with them like that. And he will like snuggle with the cats. He'll come over to the beds, and he'll like, if he's got like a pile of clothes to climb on or something, if there's like a pile of, you know, clothes waiting to be folded or put away or something, he'll climb up on them. And because one of the mattresses is like on the floor on a box spring, and he will climb up and he will just like hop onto the mattress and chill with us. So he does that when he wants, but for the most part he just hangs out. And I really did not think he was going to make it this long, if I'm being honest with you, but he did. And he's still, yeah, he's still going strong. So that's the update on my guinea pigs for anyone who was wondering. Spring rolls got fucked up, but I have spring rolls with some soy sauce. What the fuck? That's sweet and sour sauce. And then I just have some white rice. I just added a little bit of salt and pepper and some spicy kimchi.
To the 4 parks of Universal Orlando Resort.
What's better?
Apparently this is what we do while we wait for the oven.
He watches from the dark. No way, Stu. What the hell was that? That sound